They say numbers never lie. But what if I told you this Friday night, the Bulldogs could be walking straight into a slaughterhouse and no one's talking about it? A full home crowd, hopeful fans, and a silent trap waiting to be triggered. You've seen the ladder, you've seen the lineups, but what you haven't seen could be the reason they lose everything. Before we unpack what could be the Bulldogs' biggest unraveling yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This is Aussie Rugby Central, where the game isn't just watched, it's broken down like never before. Friday night, round 18. A core stadium will be packed, loud, and painted blue and white. The Bulldogs are at home, they're in the mix, and on paper, it's a winnable match against the Broncos. But here's the problem. Paper doesn't tackle. Paper doesn't defend the edge. Paper doesn't feel the fatigue. And when you look closer, what seemed like a fair fight is actually leaning heavily toward Brisbane. Let's talk about the name that changes everything. Selwyn Cobbo. After a dominant NSW Cup performance, he's been called back to fullback for the Broncos. This isn't just a swap. This is a thunderbolt. Cobbo brings speed, range, chaos. When he's on, he doesn't just break the line, he fractures game plans. And guess where the Bulldogs have leaked most of their tries in the last 3 games? The edges. The very ground Cobbo patrols like a lion unleashed. He's fresh, he's hungry, and now he's got a point to prove. The Dogs, they'll need more than belief to stop him. Most fans will look at this clash and say, no Haas, no Kerrigan. Bulldogs have a shot. That's where they're wrong. Because the Broncos don't just have a forward pack. They have depth. Xavier Willison, Corey Jensen, Kobe Hetherington. These names don't light up the scoreboard, but they grind, hammer, and wear teams down. Their rotation punishes tired legs. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs are crawling out of the origin period with bruised bodies and drained energy. Their key men have been through a war, and now they're expected to chase Cobbo and Reynolds off repeat sets? Good luck with that. There's a real danger here, a slow burn. By the 60th minute, if Brisbane controls the middle, the dam will break, and it'll be ugly. Watch the Bulldogs' defensive line this season. Go ahead, pause any replay. You'll see moments of hesitation, players second-guessing. One step out of sync, and suddenly the opposition is over the line. And guess who thrives on hesitation? Adam Reynolds. The man reads space like a novelist. He doesn't just pass, he paints pictures. He slows down time, pulls defenders in, and then bam, one wide ball to a flying winger. Game over. Against a disjointed line, Reynolds is a puppet master. And this Friday, if the Dogs blink even once, he'll make them pay. Again and again. But here's where it gets even scarier. The Bulldogs have seen this movie before. 3 weeks ago. Titans, Dragons, same pattern. Strong start, late collapse. And yet, nothing's changed. So the real question is, are they stubborn or blind? Sometimes it's not just the other team that beats you. It's your own shadow. And right now, the Bulldogs are playing not just for points, but for credibility. Fans are restless. Critics are circling. And when that pressure bubbles, decision-making collapses. It starts with a dropped ball, a missed tackle, a rushed kick. Suddenly, everything unravels. Brisbane doesn't need to be brilliant. They just need to let the Bulldogs destroy themselves. And if there's one thing Kevin Walters has mastered, it's patience. Brisbane can play the long game, let the chaos unfold, then pounce. You want to know the real reason the Bulldogs might lose? It's not Cobbo. It's not fatigue. It's complacency. They think this match is winnable. But Brisbane is coming off a narrow loss. They're wounded, focused, and more dangerous than ever. A team that's underestimated and angry is the most lethal force in rugby league. And right now, the Broncos are a loaded slingshot waiting to fire. So here's how it ends, unless something drastic changes. The Bulldogs walk into a packed home stadium, fired up and full of belief. They take an early lead. The crowd roars. Then, slowly, the Broncos settle. A forced dropout, a soft try on the edge, then another, and suddenly the Dogs are chasing a ghost. They panic. Mistakes pile up. And the scoreboard doesn't just beat them, it exposes them. We've seen it happen before, and we'll see it again. Unless they rewrite the script, will the Bulldogs shock us all or prove every red flag right? Drop your prediction in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Aussie Rugby Central, where we don't just react, we read the signs before they turn into headlines. We'll be back after the final whistle, and trust me, you'll want to hear what we've got to say. Until then, stay sharp, stay bold, And never just watch the game, read between the lines.